No, because we want the heat to go out.
Okay.
And then just turn the AC on in the bedroom. raffle.
Thank you, babe.
So what is new in life? It's fucking hot up here, and I hate it. I fucking hate how hot it is right now, and it's really messing with my emotions and my thoughts and everything, because it's just like, it's so fucking hot. And I hate just like sitting in like puddles of my own sweat. I just do not like it. Yeah, I know. That's why it's hot. The pressure and everything really fucks with my head, and it just feels so awful, honestly. I'm hoping it storms hard tonight. I really am. Because God knows this province needs it. It's just... Thanks for the follow, Redhead. There we go. Now I can better articulate this model. Yeah, it's just been really hot, and that's been affecting my mood, like, really badly, and I hate it very much. Here's hoping it gets better. No, I have not watched the anime Reincarnated as a Sword because I'm getting really sick and tired of isekais. I'm getting really sick and tired of reincarnated as this, reincarnated as that. When we get to refrigerators, you have jumped the shark. And I'm sick and bored of ye. Like, guys, I'm not that into, like, wish fulfillment anime. Like, I understand that, like, there are people that enjoy it. I am not one of them. And, like, it can drive me up the wall. If you like that kind of anime, all power to you. I personally do not give a shit about it. Also say hi to my brother. Yeah, because I'm not into wish fulfillment isekai anime. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I'm sorry. my guy, I need to tell you something. I don't care. Like, I don't know how else to tell you this, but there is a massive part of me that just does not care for isekai. I don't give a shit about it. There is nothing anyone can do to get me to care. Okay? Like, I don't mean to sound like a dick, but, like, I just do not care. Like, that is just the number one thing. If I don't care, you can't make me be interested in it. Especially when you throw around names I don't care about. That's like me going up to you and spouting off 40 different 40k character names. That doesn't convince me of anything. And, like, I'm immediately turned off of anything isekai. Phoenix can tell you that much. I'm a very hard person to please when it comes to media. And I'm just, at this point, just have a fantasy fucking anime. I don't give a shit if Fran's a Neko! Oh my god! That is entirely missing the point of why I don't care. Like, I need you guys to understand something here. Every isekai that I have seen and watched has just been power fantasy fulfillment. Now, there's nothing wrong with enjoying that, but I need something to chomp down on. Like, my brain needs to exercise on. Because then it's just fucking Dragon Ball Z power level bullshit. If the strategy is that I just need to be stronger than my opponent, it is boring. Or like, oh, I just need to get stronger. No! Fuck off with that. I'm bored. And I'm also getting sick of just, like, you can't write a fucking fantasy anime anymore, because unless it is wish fulfillment, a lot of people aren't gonna go watch it. Which sucks! Or it becomes like Promised Neverland, it gets fucked over. That's why I've mostly just been sticking to manga recently. Like, I have explained this abundantly, over and over again. But fine, I'll explain it again. Because I hope this time sticks. I really hope. And don't take this as me getting mad at you, or, like, insulting you, or what you like. Please do not take it that way. This is not Blood Belcher. Rant incoming, I'll be right back. you. Isekai as a genre can be very, very interesting when done right. When it's not the character trying to introduce modern day concepts or our concepts of how our world works into their world. I.e., reincarnated as a slime, the farthest they go with that is as far as manga. And there's this really, really adorable moment in Season 1 where Rimuru shows someone from 1940s Japan, someone who was through the thick of it and the worst of it during World War II, and showing her that, hey, we're fine. We survived, and we're thriving now. That is a beautiful moment to be able to show somebody from the same culture as you, but from a different time zone, like a different time in history. That was beautiful. That was wonderful. I need to change this one. But, like, a lot of isekais right now are just characters or the character turned into an item being overpowered as fuck and being wish fulfilled. And that's just not interesting to me. It doesn't give me something to chew down on story-wise. It's just, oh, he's gonna blow the villain away. Woo! Or it's just like torture porn. Like, this character suffers horrible tragedy after horrible tragedy, and they can't get a fucking win unless it's them being an asshole. And I'm sorry, that doesn't make me like you that much. If you're just an asshole. I tend to like to root for the characters that I watch. And if I can't root for you because you're being an asshole, then it's not fun for me to watch. Now, assholes can be funny, but there has to be something more than just them being a sassy bastard. And, like, this reincarnated as etc., etc. is just... No. Reincarnated as a fridge in a dungeon. Oh, the joke is that I'm a fridge. Cool. You're boring. Oh, but it's okay, because, like, this girl deserves the world. Why? Because she suffered a little bit? Like, like, guys, like, I do go out of my way to look at these things for you guys, and I do give it the good old honest college try. I really fucking do. But none of them can hold my attention. And, like, I guess it's just a me thing. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to say these are god-awful, they're terrible, they deserve to burn. No. No, 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 no. They're not that. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean I feel that way about a thing. That's not fair. Like, that's extremely unfair. there are some anime that do deserve that. Like, Redo of Healer fucking deserves that. Again, I want to stress this. If you like those things, do not take my personal feelings into account about it. Again, if you like something genuinely, if you like this stuff, all the power to you. Not everyone likes Warhammer. I can't force anybody to like Warhammer. And that is perfectly okay. Like, people have leveled the criticism that, like, 40k is really dumb. I agree! It's really dumb! It's my kind of dumb. It's my kind of dumb. Just like how Reincarnated as a Sword is your... Like, I say it's dumb, you guys say, yes, it's dumb, but it's my kind of dumb. Which is perfectly valid. But Isekai as a genre has overstayed its welcome, in my opinion. And I would like some fantasy anime that doesn't make me want to gouge my ears out, that isn't just like the main character gets a power-up and then he can't be stopped until the next obstacle comes in the way and says, "No, now you have to get this sort of special power." I hate it when Fairy Tail did it, and I hate it when Dragon Ball does it. I like, if you're gonna show me an anime with fights in it, make it interesting. Don't just be like... Don't just be like, oh, I just need to overpower my target. No! Like, there's more than one way to win a fight. If you're gonna have a fighting anime, you have to make those fights interesting to watch, not just a power fest spectacle. Like, example, My Hero Academia's Hero Killer Stain fight. That fight was based all around timers. And, like, how Ida and Deku and Todoroki, like, had to play off timers. Timers when they were fighting Stain, because his power worked off timing. I mean, with Midoriya being the fastest to recover if he's taken out of the fight, and Ida being the longest to recover when taken out of a fight. And each one using their powers to great lengths, but also recognizing their weaknesses at the same time. Deku may have been the powerhouse in that fight, but he was still learning to gauge and control his powers. And that gave him a disadvantage because he wasn't used to doing that fighting style yet. Then there was Todoroki, who was still getting used to fire and ice, like using both powers in tandem, because emotionally, it still takes a little bit to overcome that hurdle. And then there's Ida, who, his personality, like, Stain's power works off of blood theory, which is like, O being like the universal donor, while like B, which is Ida's blood type, being the most selfish one of the fuck. That fight is interesting, because it shows a level of control that Stain has over the fight, and how those three have to play around that control of the fight. Instead of just, haha, I power up real strong. Hiya! Fight over, I did it! Woo! And I'll use Fairy Tail as an example. One time where Fairy Tail did a really fucking good idea, and one time where it just really fucking annoyed me. Natsu's fight against Gajeel. The Iron Dragon versus the Fire Dragon. They establish for Dragon Slayers that they cannot eat the magic that they create. So, like, if Natsu breathes fire, he can't eat that fire, because it just is bad. It's like eating his own puke. But if he eats other sources of fire, or magma or slag, he gets his fire back. He recharges. And against Gajeel, the Iron Dragon, the strategy became heat up the metal to recharge. You can eat slag. Which was an awesome idea. That was incredible. It makes sense with the rules that you have established. It makes sense that, like, it counts because it's just heated. It's just something heated up with fire, and it's melting. And it just works. It works in the context of that fight. And Natsu strategized to do it. Yes, Natsu's not a very bright character. He's kind of an idiot. But where it counts is that he knows how to fight with his magic. And he's going to take advantage of that. That was a really smart idea. Where it becomes fucking stupid is just any time when a new villain pops up, Natsu just screams really loud and then punches the target out. There are good fights in Fairy Tail. There are bad fights in Fairy Tail. Like the Tower of Heaven arc. It's just Natsu eats a thing and just, like, it should kill him, but it doesn't. At that point, I just believe Natsu is God, which is boring as shit. And that's, like, one problem with Fairy Tail. There's, like, 1,000 others for me, but, like, I give credit where credit is due. And, like, you can't please everyone. As a content creator, I've had to learn that. I don't please everybody, and that's perfectly fine. My sense of humor isn't for everybody. And I can't force anybody to agree with me on that. I'm just grateful to those that do find me funny and continue to want to support me. And, like, I have bad opinions. I have bad opinions. I stand by my bad opinions, but I do have them. Just like how everyone else has a bad opinion. I also preface this with this. I am a dumbass. I have my biases, I have my opinions. What about Black Clover? The main character annoys the fuck out of me. I literally can't sit down and listen to him. And then I learned his history, and I'm just like, oh. So he's literally just a counter to everything. That's not clever, that's fucking stupid. Oh, I don't have magic, but I have tons of anti-magic things. And then I just do the fusion dance with my convenient demon brother. And now I'm powerful. That's not interesting. That's asinine. And cool, another special boy. Now, granted, he had to learn how to swing those swords. A little bit better. But my point still stands. He is a counter to everybody, and that's boring. Oh, my whole magic system I made is fucking worthless now. Because one character can do everything he wants to just say, fuck off. To 99% of the universe. I do not like asinine power gains. I like my characters to earn it. Like, I'm going to use 40k here as an example. Abaddon himself did not just go from being first Captain Abaddon of the Sons of Horus to War Master Abaddon. It wasn't that easy. Abaddon had to go through hell to get to where he was. for one, he had to kill every fucking other Black Legion, like other Sons of Horus captain, by himself, no assistance required. Like, no assistance at all. He had to go through and kill anybody who would challenge his authority. Then, he had to launch the first Black Crusade, which was to get Drak'Nien. A sword that, like... To explain Drak'Nien, Drak'Nien is the first murder. It is the demon of the first murder. And Abaddon had to go to a tower following a very specific riddle that he had to figure out. And then once he got there, it wasn't just, oh, ye found the sword, here you fucking go. It was, cool, now fight all of the people that wielded me before. And kill them. And Abaddon did it. It was hard. He nearly died, but he did it. And then as soon as he touched Drak'Nien, that wasn't the end of it. Drak'Nien is constantly trying to kill Abby. Because it wants to be free. It does not want to be subservient to him. So he has to constantly beat this sword into submission for him to use it. Then, he had to go around and do things to basically win favor. He had to do things for all the demon primarchs. He had to do things for the Chaos Gods. And his position is constantly challenged. He is constantly challenged by those who think themselves superior to him. And the quote of Megatron comes in handy here. I wasn't just known for my martial prowess and strength, but also my cunning. Abaddon has outplayed lots of people who thought they could get the better of him. He plays the role of brute because it's easier to trick people as that. And does he fail? Oh, fuck yes he does. Abby's not perfect. But to say in 40K that he did not earn his power and his position is ludicrous. But, like, what does it mean to earn a power and to be given one? What makes Naruto interesting, but what about Super Saiyan Blue is not interesting? Super Saiyan Blue isn't interesting because we never get to see how Goku and Vegeta achieve it. Why is the Nine-Tailed Fox power-up so interesting in Naruto? Because it's its own creature with its own personality and wants. Naruto, this isn't a situation where, like, Naruto just has to go and beat up the Nine-Tailed Fox. He has to talk to it, rationalize with it. And I may not like Naruto all that much because, like, It's just not for me. But that is 1,000 times more interesting watching Naruto have to talk to this thing that has caused him so much grief and ask it to, like, help him. Sure, it's still asinine that he has to go to something else to power him up. But it also explains, like, why he's so powerful, because he has to work together with it. It's not just, oh, I'm going to use your power now. Ah! It is, I have to talk to it. And, like, reason with him. And, like, when we could see the characters gaining these powers, earning them, it makes it all the much sweeter to the person who's reading and watching, who's invested, feel rewarded for seeing the characters work to achieve their goal. It's why a lot of people hate Boruto, because he's just like, oh, he's powerful because his dad's strong. Cool, Jesus. Calm the fuck down. Ooh, I'm overheating over here. That's boring. And it always will be boring. No one wants to watch an anime that's like, oh, boom, you're dead. Because those people are fucking boring if they enjoy that. Yeah, and I pointed out Boruto for a reason for you there, Zach. And like, am I okay with characters being overpowered? Yes. I like One Punch Man. I like Berserk. But like, there has to be more there has to be more than just the character showing up and solving and, like, just instantly blowing away a problem, or, like, this villain is heavily overpowered and just can't be stopped, and then for some reason they just pull it out of their ass because the writer wrote himself into a corner. Hi, SAO! Hey, Aramis. But yeah, like, when I'm invested, is that I believe that those things can happen in that world. When you do something that's an ass pull, it takes me out of the story. It's why I gave up on Fairy Tail. Because, like, every other arc after, like, Loxus, like, did his thing was just like, oh no! This overpowered character is destroying us! Natsu, power up! Ha! And then it was just done. Oh no! This end of the world thing is happening! Quick, character, sacrifice yourself, but not really! It's why I stopped watching Fairy Tail. And it's like, it really fucking annoyed me. Now, a lot of people will also point out, but boss, you like One Piece. Isn't that just pulling shit out of your ass? Not really, no. One Piece is long. It drags out its fights. But those fights are also, can be really, really interesting. My favorite fight will always be Luffy versus Crocodile. A fight where a Rubberman has to fight Sandman. How the fuck do you do that? When you punch Crocodile, he just turns to sand, reforms, and then just runs you through. Water. You fight him with water. Harden the sand. You can physically hit him. Okay, awesome. But now he has an advantage. He's in the desert. Cool. There's a barrel of water that I have, so I'll just strategically use it in this fight. Awesome. Cool. Oh, now you don't have that barrel. What do? Blood's a liquid, asshole. That was the sickest moment in that fight, where Luffy slugs him across the face, and he says, "How did you hit me? You don't have water." And Luffy just says, "My blood counts." Because it's a liquid, it makes sense. And that was totally sick as fuck when Luffy did that. And Luffy goes on to win the fight because of that. It wasn't an ass pull. It was just, it made sense for the fight. And then there's like, people say this is a stupid thing, like how Luffy beat Katagiri. It was a war of attrition. Luffy has gone through way more than Katagiri has. And could last a lot longer than Katagiri could. Luffy does not win every fight he goes into. Luffy loses a lot. But then he comes back with a different strategy. Luffy's an idiot when it comes to a lot of common sense things, but when it comes to fighting, Luffy's a genius. Luffy is smart where it counts in One Piece. And, like, One Piece also doesn't just keep, like, up with the status quo. It does not reset to 0 after an arc. Luffy's effects are felt around the world. Luffy is the direct cause, like, the Straw Hats are the direct cause for why the warlords are being taken, like, are removed from power. Luffy and, like, the Straw Hats declared war on the government. Luffy technically is responsible for the death of Ace. His actions led to Blackbeard wanting to hunt him down. Which also gave Blackbeard an edge in his fight with Ace. Because it threw him off. And the Great War, the war where Whitebeard is killed, Ace is killed, Luffy does not win. He is emotionally scarred. He is physically fucked up throughout that entire fight. And emotionally, he is defeated. So I watch up to 106 and kind of realize that it feels like go to a place, fight bad guy, leave. Should I keep going? But there's more to it than that. I'm gonna pause the music here because I need to explain something. The fight with Arlong. Arlong Park. It's not just Luffy going in and beating the shit out of Arlong, because Arlong's an asshole. He's doing it for Nami. That scene where he's in the map room with Nami's map room, where she was held prisoner for her childhood. It puts into perspective for Luffy what Nami went through. A room that she could not leave. A room that she felt trapped in. A room where Nami felt like she could not escape. Not on her own. Because the last person that she asked for help was killed by Arlong, her adoptive mother. So she was scared to ask for help. And she felt like she could only do it herself. Luffy breaks that room, not because it would sabotage Arlong's plans, but because it let Nami know that Luffy wasn't going anywhere and that he would do anything to help her. Especially break the room that she felt trapped in. If you can't do it yourself, fine, we'll do it together. That speaks so much more. It wasn't the fact that, like, Luffy couldn't beat Arlong. Luffy could beat Arlong. He's a fucking wimp. But that's not what Luffy was trying to do. Yes, fundamentally, the anime is go to place, beat up bad guy, move on. That is every plot of any fighting anime, any shonen. Go to place, beat bad guy up. But what does that do? What is the ripple effect and consequences of your actions? You know why Fairy Tail feels fucked up? Because every time that Natsu and the gang do something, it feels like there's little to no consequence what happens with the world. When they beat the Shadow Guild, like when they beat like whatever the fuck Gajiel's guild was before he joined Fairy Tail, what do we get? What happens? Oh, well, there was an investigation. Cool. And what happened? Nothing. There was no effect on the world. And then just the next boss had no relation to what happened. Which is fine. You don't need everything to be interconnected. But, like, have some fucking consequences for once. One Piece has consequences. You know what happens after Arlong Park? Luffy and Zoro get their first bounties. Which makes them marked. Which means that the Navy now sees them as a threat. Which means that the Straw Hats now have to be smarter about what they do. And the consequences are immediately felt. Because when they go to Rogueport, the next arc, guess who's after them? Smoker. Captain fucking Smoker. Someone that Luffy cannot physically touch. Beats him. And the only reason Luffy gets away is because his dad, who now knows he's active, wanted to see him off. And the only way Dragon knew anything about what was going on with Luffy was because of the wanted posters that he got at Arlong Park. The narrative stacks. And then when they get to the Grand Line, guess what? They get dragged into a plot because the guys who wanted to kill them wanted their bounty. They were like, who the fuck are these mercenary guys? What the fuck is happening? Why should we help you, Miss Wednesday? Oh, your name's Vivi? Oh, you infiltrated this mercenary group? Okay. And why the fuck should we help you? They legitimately ask. Like, why should we help you and why should we care? I'll pay you money. Sick. And there's consequences to everything they do. Everything. But there's also positive consequences. For one, they prove just how flawed the government is. The Seven Warlords of the Sea was a very easily abusable system. And they force Captain Smoker, like, they even show Captain Smoker, a man who was, like, dead set on the Navy. They show him, though indirectly, that the Navy is corrupt. Because when they beat Crocodile, it's not just, like, Smoker refuses the commendation. He refuses the promotion. because it wasn't his victory. And the Navy can't nut up to it. What do you mean that I beat what do you mean I beat Crocodile, he said. The Navy's like, well, we can't let the world know that Stryak did it. It'll upset the balance of power. No, you just don't want to admit you fucked up. You don't want to have transparency. So fuck you. And we learned that much about the government. That they are willing to lie to cover their asses. So on and so forth. And even with Skypiea, the Skypiea arc, people are like, this doesn't really have a connection to like everything else. No, it does. Why? We're introduced to Haki. We're introduced to a power system. We're never told what that power system is. We're told that it's a special power that some Skypieans have. Okay, cool. And they bring it back up later, with Luffy relating it to them. Saying like, oh, you mean like what that bouncy guy did in Skypiea? Yes, he was using observation Haki. He probably wasn't a master with it, because he knew he had it and he just took advantage of it. But he still had it. They were setting things up. And the Going Merry also being set up to die. I.e., I can carry the crew a little bit longer. The ship that we were with is going to die. Like, they treat it as a person, and it's going to cause problems down the line. Which it did. Which is really, really good. It's world building. It's establishing things. It's foreshadowing. A stagnant world is one that does not change with what the characters do. Now note, not everything has to like flood over. You can have some fights that are just self-contained, which are perfectly fine. But when you have world-changing things, or society-changing things, like two guilds going at it when they're not supposed to, and all you get is a slap on the wrist. Slap on the wrist.
Revolting.
That is boring! That's not interesting! That's fucking boring! There is no consequences for actions in a lot of anime, and that is fucking boring. In some anime, it's easier than others. Much easier than others. To have consequence and, effect and consequence. Much easier in some anime. But I have to say this. If you do not like One Piece, do not force yourself to try and watch it. Not everything is for everyone. I highly recommend One Piece, but I understand the criticisms behind it. I really do. It's too long. Understood. It is a 2-decade-old anime. It is 20 years old. More than that. It was started in 1999. I fully understand why a lot of people are just like, nope, I don't wanna. And that is okay. It's why I say if you're going to watch One Piece, watch One Piece. It kills all of the filler, which is just as fucking annoying. So I fully get it. But if you can get into it, it is a very, very rewarding anime. It is very rewarding, especially now. Because everything is now coming to a head. And I'm excited to see where it's going. Granted, right now it's on a hiatus because the creator needed a break, which totally understandable. It's just it's something deep. It's something for me to bite down on. I hope I have not forget anything. But yeah, trust me, I understand a lot of the criticisms towards One Piece. Like Sanji being annoying. I get that entirely. I really fucking hate the pervert jokes. They're boring, they're cliche, they're ha ha. Guy gets nosebleed because girl has boobs. Ha 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 ha. Funny joke. Ugh. I fucking hate those jokes. Being a perv is not funny, it's just annoying. Just got your proper up. Me bitching about anime again. But me stating, if you like something and I think it's stupid, well, it's your kind of stupid. And that's okay. I have the stupid things that I like Warhammer. People say Warhammer 40k is stupid. Yes, it is. But it's my kind of stupid. Just like how Black Clover is Zach's kind of stupid. Or, just anime in general. My god, this cabin's gonna take forever. So it's coming along nicely though. Shit. I like Black Clover. Yeah. I don't like Black Clover. But it's not for me. And that is okay. Just because something isn't for me does not mean it's not for you. We are allowed to like different things. And I will keep screaming that to the heavens. Like, guys, you all know that I like... you guys know that I like Hawaiian pizza. I like pineapple on pizza. And y'all have screamed at me that my opinion is wrong. We are all allowed to have opinions that are both valid and invalid. My wife still doesn't get why I like pineapple on pizza. Doesn't make her love me any less. Just let me order my own with my preferred top. Exactly! No, Karen, you can't talk to the manager. Let us eat our food. Damn right! Alright, I'm dying of heat in this office, oh my god. Ah! I need to get out. I need to get out of this office, I'm dying. I can feel the sweat, like, just trying to get into my eyes. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night, because I'm feeling like I'm gonna throw up because of heat. So, please don't forget to donate to the Ko-fi. I need you guys' support now more than ever. I will talk to you guys tomorrow with more painting and streaming. And let me know what you guys want to talk about in the Discord. What you guys want to hear me have an opinion on tomorrow. Alright. Please don't forget to share the stream around. Do not do the die. Dying is bad. And please drink plenty of water, which is what I will be doing for the next few